Well, here we are with another 8-bit Sonic game. This time it's Sonic Chaos, the fourth 8-bit Sonic game, after the abysmal 8-bit version of Sonic Spinball. And we're going to be looking at it on the Sega Master System, but it's available on the Game Gear as well. So the Master System, once again, has the better resolution, making it my preferred version. So this time around, Sonic and Tails are both playable in this game, but not together. And why is that? Well, it's an 8-bit game, of course, and dear lord, this game has a hard enough time processing on whatever hardware you choose to play it on. The frame rate is a nightmare, and it has excessive slowdown, due in part to the game overall running faster, strangely enough, so they sped up Sonic's speed only to basically cripple it with agonizing slowdown. Well, now that's a problem. Sonic's got his super peel out from Sonic CD, and both he and Tails can do a super dash attack. Why is it not called the spin dash when it's the exact same move? Who knows? Tails can also fly as well, which is really nice since you couldn't even do this when playing as Tails in the Genesis version of Sonic 2. So this is the first game to feature this, and that deserves recognition. Even though Sonic 3 was pretty much nearing completion at this point, so the idea was definitely taken from Sonic 3. It's pretty crazy thinking back that Tails was fully playable in the 16-bit Sonic 2, but somehow his flight ability wasn't implemented. But somehow they were able to get it done in an 8-bit game. Sonic's moveset even gets expanded in the form of power-ups. Sonic can obtain the rocket shoes and the pogo spring, and these are fun additions to set the game apart from the others in the series. I absolutely love Sonic's sprite in this game. It's sleek and cool and probably inspired by the upcoming redesign of his sprite in Sonic 3, which would be releasing in a few months. The game's graphics overall look really good and very detailed for an 8-bit game, and all the colors are way deeper and more balanced looking. This is also noticeable on Sonic, as he is a far deeper shade of blue, and once again, this is seen in his Sonic 3 model. I can see it now during a Sega developers meeting.
Now look here, Johnny, this is what the people want. They want Sonic to be bluer, see? So what you gotta do is make him a little bit darker, make him a little deeper shade of blue. Come on, it's not that hard. This is what the kids want to see. Blue, blue, come on.
I'm afraid I just blew myself.
So in terms of presentation, there is an opening cutscene, but it really doesn't tell you everything, as it only shows Sonic chasing after Eggman, who has a Chaos Emerald in his possession, with music that sounds very similar to the music that played in the opening cutscene of the Game Gear version of Sonic 2. But as the instruction manual tells us, by doing this, the Emerald has been separated from the others, and South Island is now sinking into the ocean. I would have liked to see that shown in the cutscene. I think that would have added quite a bit to the presentation, but it is what it is. So Sonic can, of course, optionally collect the Chaos Emeralds. And unlike the 8-bit versions of Sonic 1 and 2, you will need to enter the special stages to collect them. So no more finding them out in the open in the levels. It's also really unique the way you access the special stages, as you'll need to collect 100 rings to be transported to the stage. And that's it. Yeah, no need to make it to the end of the stage with the 100 rings or a checkpoint. If you collect 100 rings, you're automatically transported there. No extra bullshit. I like that. Now, if you're playing as Tails, you won't be able to collect the Chaos Emeralds for some odd reason. Instead, you'll obtain an extra life when you collect 100 rings. Sonic doesn't, strangely enough, get an extra life for collecting the 100 rings, but he will if he collects them from within the special stages. So that's different, to say the least. And each special stage has a different challenge that revolves around the actual Sonic gameplay itself, which is refreshing. So how about the zones? Well, they're short, really short, and while graphically they might look good, they're not only short in length, but in overall design as well, as most of them have very few alternate pathways. There's 6 in all, with 3 acts apiece, and of course, we start out with a Green Hill Zone ripoff in Turquoise Hill Zone. You know, I really love how the 8-bit Sonic 2 gave us a drastically different first level, because Turquoise Hill Zone is, for all intents and purposes, Green Hill Zone. I mean, hell, turquoise is a mixture of green and blue, so these cheeky bastards just altered the name of the color. I can imagine the conceptualization by the developer aspect. It's not Green Hill, it's Turquoise Hill. Are truly the only stages that stand out to me. Giggleopolis Zone, with its mesmerizing Starry Night backdrop, and Mecha Green Hill Zone, which is actually a mechanized version of Green Hill Zone, which is pretty fucking awesome. I can't wait to see this stage in the fan-made 16-bit remake of Sonic Chaos that is still in development. Seeing this stage in 3D would be pretty awesome as well, although the reality of ever receiving the finished product seems kind of unlikely at this point, as we haven't heard anything in quite some time from the developer A+ Start on his progress, besides this teaser he posted on X back in 2020, and you can see he was indeed working on Mecha Green Hill Zone in a blurred screenshot, but I recommend everyone give the demo he released back in 2018 a shot. It's worth a look. There's some really interesting level design and fantastic music. But anyway, I just really dig the concept of the most iconic Sonic level being altered to Eggman's specifications. The music here is actually a remix of Green Hill Zone from Sonic 2. Wait a second, but that was Green Hills Zone, but not Green Hill Zone. Sorry, my mind just exploded. The music is pretty good and quite unique for this game. It's hard to describe, but it's a different vibe than anything we have heard in a Sonic game up to this point. The Game Gear version actually has slightly different music on some stages as well. Also, we have some recycled tunes, like the opening title theme is almost the same as the Game Gear version of Sonic 2's opening title theme. It's just slightly different. And the level title cards have the same music, but Sonic Chaos's version sounds worse. It's a little weird. I don't really like it that much. I like how Eggman once again lets his bigger badniks do his dirty work for him until the final boss fight when he finally steps in. That was an interesting concept that was introduced in the 8-bit Sonic 2. It does add some drama to fighting him instead of it being the typical Eggman boss fight to round out every zone. So, as the end of the game nears, you'll finally meet up with Eggman for the final boss battle in a decently difficult fight. The reward for taking the time to collect all the Chaos Emeralds is ridiculously lousy, as Eggman will drop the emerald he had and Sonic will grab it. Wow. Wow. That's it? Yeah, that's it. Now, if you don't get the emeralds, you'll simply see Eggman escape and Sonic jumps in frustration. Now, if you're playing the Game Gear version and fail to get all the emeralds, Sonic will trip as he's chasing Eggman in a well-animated but fucking stupid moment. What the hell is he tripping over? Damn. I realize I didn't get all the emeralds, but let the guy keep his dignity. Now, if you're playing as Tails, it doesn't matter the version of the game you're playing because he gets the same awkward ending of Eggman just flat out escaping. This is pretty lame. All the other Sonic games pretty much always let you hit Eggman at the end of the final battle, whether you got all the Chaos Emeralds or not, but here, he's practically invulnerable. You just go right through him. So, this is a pretty decent Sonic game, but it's definitely not the most memorable. The 8-bit Sonic 2 definitely has it beat in terms of level design and variety and being overall more memorable. I waited a while to make this retrospective since my last playthrough and realized I had to go back for reference because I simply forgot about some of it. I kind of go through these levels and while it's fun, I feel like it's very light in many departments and it does some interesting things, but I think both the 8-bit Sonic 1 and 2 are far better in terms of their overall products. However, Sonic Chaos is still worth a playthrough to see what it has to offer. I'd say play it just to see Mecha Green Hill Zone actually. It's a really awesome level. So there you go guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bells to get all notifications when I post all my new videos. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If you fucking hated it, hit the thumbs down. And guys, I'd appreciate any contributions that you can make to my Patreon if you feel like doing so. I always appreciate those oh so much. And guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.